All right, now here with heavyweight prospect Demoreo Dennis. Recently won his professional debut at King of the Cage. Took care of business in the first round against an opponent that he pretty much dispatched with easily. But Demoreo, first off, we've had your brother Myron on before, so we know his story. Talk about what got you into mixed martial arts.
John, I'd like to say thanks for having me, first off. How it all started was, I started off playing football at Langston University. Well, first Midwest City, go Bombers, always got to represent. Started off playing football there, and really just found college football to be just completely different than it was in high school. I guess, after playing it for so long, I just wasn't feeling it. So I stopped playing there, and usually between 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, you used to go into practice. So similar to me and Myron, we just wanted to do something. So we just found Academy of Martial Arts and decided just to give it a go. And just after that, it just became just something we used to just did on a regular basis. And then it became you want to do this, you just want to keep training, to fight. And that's what it came down to. And I moved out to Colorado to go, just to go, get my mind clear, just do me for a little bit. And I ended up finding a pretty good gym out there, High Altitude Martial Arts, and which is ran by Nate Marquardt. And they really just took me under their wing and, really just took care of me as far as, jiu-jitsu goes and kickboxing, just overall MMA technique. So by the time I came back to Oklahoma, I noticed that my jiu-jitsu was just really, really good to compare to when I got, when I was there originally. And, it just, I just got really focused and just, wanted to win and wanted to win. Because, we just, me and Myron, we just don't have that, you're going to beat us in anything personality. It's not going to happen. So, Coach got me a couple fights, and I won them pretty easily. I went through a little bit of adversity in one, but came out on top in both of them, amateur fights. And, here we are, man, just grinding every day, to try to be the best pro heavyweight you can be.
Right. Right, and what was it like not only getting a professional win, but also, fighting for the King of the Cage? Obviously, it's after the UFC, it's one of the most recognized, longest-standing brands that's been around in the sport for, pretty much since it started.
It was kind of surreal, you know what I mean? It was kind of like, it's my first pro fight, and it's for King of the Cage. That's kind of like, man, like you're jumping in the deep end, going straight to 5-minute rounds. You know what I mean? So it was, it was just an experience, man. It was just an experience, and they took care of me. They treated me well. I really like King of the Cage, so I hope to fight for him again.
Right, and you mentioned training out there in Colorado at Nate Marquardt's gym, and of course there's a really good UFC heavyweight out there that's trained there a lot, Brendan Schaub, and I know you've worked with him before. And something I ask a lot of heavyweights, I know sometimes it can be hard to find sparring partners because there's only so many big guys your size with that kind of ability that are willing to fight to go around. But I know at your gym, though, there's at least a few other guys that are pretty big and can probably at least push you as far as physical size goes.
Yeah, man, it's, I'm just lucky. Me and mine are lucky to even came across Academy of Martial Arts because at that particular gym, man, it seems like we're just flooded with heavyweights, you know what I mean? At least 4 or 5 of them. Then we got people coming in to visit, so, it's to me, it's just another day at the gym. It's not that hard for us to find people to spar with and, that are our size because, we work with them every day. So,
Yeah, and you talked about guys coming in and visiting the gym, and I know a guy that you were working with for his big fight coming up. Unfortunately, he lost, but it was actually a really exciting fight. Looked like he was going to pull it off early on, but Mark Halata, Bellator heavyweight contender, he came up on the short end, but it was a pretty good fight. What was it like, you working out with him and then seeing him in there last weekend?
Man, Mark's my boy, man. I've known Mark for probably since like '06, '07, like right when he started off fighting. So I just kind of heard he was fighting. You know, he came to our gym a couple, quite a bit back in the day, and I moved back to Oklahoma City, and I heard he was doing pretty well. Asked me if he would come train with me, and he did, and man, he's helped me out immensely. Because there's a difference between training with heavyweights and then training with heavyweights that are going to the next level or actually want to do something. And Mark's one of those guys that he'll push you, and he's wanting to get to the next level as just as much as I am admiring on it. So I love when Mark comes in. Usually at our gym people don't want to spar with him because he goes his 50% is some people's 100%. So people don't really want to bang with him. But man, I jump to it every time he wants to. I love going with that dude. He pushes me, and every time we spar together, I just feel like I got a little better, and I pushed him to to his limit, to get him to go that much further. So. It sucks that he lost this weekend, but knowing that guy, he's going to come back a monster. He doesn't, Mark's one of those people that just keep pushing and pushing. He's never going to stop, man.
Right, and I know you guys are separated by a weight class, and you're not a small heavyweight. You actually cut down a bit to get to 265, but I assume you and Myron are close enough in size that you do at least spar a little bit. What's it like being in the gym and working out with your brother when you can punch each other in the face?
Oh, man, it's... to be honest with you, it's nothing new.
Nice.
We've been doing this for the longest time, fighting. It's just, now we have a place we can actually do it, and know what we're doing while we're doing it. And that guy, man, to be 205, I swear he should be a heavyweight. Man, he punches hard, man. I love working out with my brother, man. It's kind of a blessing, to have somebody, that has your blood inside of them, can push you just as hard as you're pushing them. And we were just talking about this yesterday. It's like, man, we almost kind of cancel each other out when we're working out now. So it's, to really get in on each other, we have to be really tricky with everything we're doing. So, man, I love working out with my brother, man.
Yeah, and even though you only have one pro fight under your belt, really, there's only the heavyweight division. It seems like if you're athletic, you work hard, and you can put a few wins together, you can actually move up the ranks a little bit quicker than some of the other weight classes. So for you, where do you see yourself as far as getting to the next level, like you talked about, and maybe making a big show? How close, I guess, do you feel like you are to kind of getting to that next level?
Man, I'm taking it one fight at a time. But like one of the people that helped us train down in Texas, Team Takedown, is Steven the Warman, and he really helps us out. He said it best. He's like, man, if you want to get to the UFC, the heavyweight division is the easiest way to get about it. And ever since I heard him say that, man, that just makes me push harder and harder every day. I don't take a day for granted, man. I'm working out at least an hour or two every day, 7 days a week. I do not take a break at all. I feel like I'm quite a bit of ways, but I'm UFC. I don't even care if they come knocking. They come knocking. I just want to keep winning. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Right. So obviously you spend a lot of time in the gym working out, working on your MMA game. When you're not doing that, talk about what you, I guess, do outside of the fighting world just to kind of keep yourself busy or, make ends meet.
Oh man, we do security for our coach. Me and mine. As far as what I like to do, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd, John. To be honest with you, I'm a huge nerd. I play a lot of Xbox video games, man. Call of Duty, Borderlands, it doesn't matter. I'm on there kicking people's butts, man. It doesn't matter.
So, well, you are talking to the right person, my friend. I just got Borderlands 2, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, man, right before you called, I was in the process of beating it, man. Oh.
Well, I'm way behind where you are. I'm only at a level 15, so.
Yeah, man, that's, I'm about 40 right now, so it's, I like it, man. It's a really fun game.
I don't think it's like it was in the old days with really, detailed computer games. I think pretty much everyone plays them now, though. I don't lie. I'm definitely a nerd, so I don't hide that fact. But I think it's pretty mainstream at this point.
Yeah, and is, as far as, you know, your shooters and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But like, when I say I'm a gamer, I'm a gamer.
So how far down the rabbit hole do you go then? Do you play World of Warcraft?
Man, I've had when I went to Langston, yeah, man, I had my days turned to nights, night turned to days playing World of Warcraft. So
okay. Well, you know, it's whatever gets your mind off stuff. That's what's important. So
man, you know what I mean? That's really what it's all about. You know, something that can break the grind of training. You know what I mean? And, you know, between my family and you know, my beautiful fiance, you know, they keep it. You know, they keep me going every day.
Yeah. So I know the plan right now has been possibly having you fight in November, maybe on the XFL card. So, you know, how's training going right now for that? And I guess, you know, how do you feel physically and mentally as far as getting back in there?
Man, I feel good, but like I said, we train at Academy Martial Arts, so it's like, man, getting ready for a fight is just, you know, another month, you know, 3 or 4 weeks at the gym. You know what I'm saying? Just the last 2 weeks are a little harder. Mentally, man, I'm prepared to take on King Kong. You know what I mean? I just don't think any heavyweight can deal with me right now, man. Like, you know, I don't know, man. Mentally, I cannot be beaten. You know, and so everybody says, you know, that's the main thing that you gotta have. You gotta have that mental game. If you don't have that mental game, man, you're gonna get beat. You know, so I'm ready, man. I'm ready. XFL, man, they treat me and my brother great, and actually everybody at AMA great. Bill Apollo Cook, he's a great promoter. You know, I wish them nothing but the best. They treat us very, very well, as they do all Oklahoma fighters. So I really appreciate what they're doing for the game.
All right, okay. Well, I really appreciate having on the show, and hopefully we will have you on again soon. So thanks a lot.